You can see what I'd put on there. It was barely a skim coat. It's already pretty much all gone. A little bit here yet. This spot here is always tricky. I got this pretty good. There's a slight in, so we might have to come in with a small block up here, but we'll see how it goes. And we did a scratch in here, and this part here was low. This is 80 grit stick-on. Forget the brand, probably doesn't matter, but it's a pretty good quality. I'd say if you have some that aren't good, get the better ones. They stay sharper longer. Almost need something flexible, but this should get us where we need to be. See, so what I'm doing right here, hitting it too hard, so we'll let that float. So we're only using a little bit. And you can see these little lines here where it's all coming together. Before this was really low, so I made it high, so hopefully it'll be enough. And if not, we'll add more fill and do it again. Now, a little metal here is not bad, but if you started hitting weird little high spots of metal, stop, add more fill, because you're just going to take the fill down, but this won't move down much, right? So keep that in mind. There's different ways of doing pretty much everything, so nice about this, yeah, you can get pretty much every contour. So this is just a piece that wasn't too bad off one of those. Now, I'm not pushing hard, I'm just kind of letting it sit. I don't want to sand here too much, I want to sand here this way. So I'm going pretty light, and every so often I'll kind of come back. I'm kind of pulling up a bit not to rub on there. I mean, the paper will cut, right, as long as it's sharp. But yeah, someone had done all this before, and when they did the work from the corner to the roof, they did this like an afterthought. So it was smooth here and smooth here, but this was all, and it looked okay with the primer. You ran your hand on it like this, and it was like, uh-oh. So, again, I didn't do this car. It was brought to me basically, somewhat done. Definitely not paint ready by no means. But if you're going to take on a project and you're going to have it, say, for 5-10 years in your garage working on it, just take your time, figure things out. Worst case scenario, I overdo it, do something wrong, prime it, check it. If there's little bumps, do it again. It's not the end of the world. Now, if you're making money at this in your shop, well, then you wouldn't be watching my video anyway. So, I think we got enough on there that we're going to be able to get it. If I can get from here to here nice and smooth, there's a little bit here, but I mean, once I finish this up to here, I'll take the big block again, and anyway, if I can't get that out, you don't want to keep going, right? Like once everything's flush, you're better off filling that. The guy who explains this process real good, there's a lot of guys, Lakeside Auto Body. Check him out. He makes this simple, and I think I used to spend a lot more time than I had to doing this. But he explained things in such a way that it made it a little bit easier. And I mean, you learn as you go too, right? So, but if you put enough filler on, you don't have to go back and do it a bunch of times, but at the same time, you don't want to put so much on that, you know, you're making more work for yourself either. So, but I mean, once you figure out the filler and how to block things, I mean, it's just like anything else you do, the more you do, the better it gets. I probably sound like Darth Vader or something with the mask, but look at that. It's a P100 3M. Yeah, P100. So the pink ones are like 100% dust, so make sure you wear that. Everything we touch when you're doing body work, everyone thinks, you know, right away, oh, the paint's bad for you. Look, there's masks for that, but the dust is bad. The clear coat dust is bad. New clear coat that you're sanding is bad. Old, like, so, you know, try to minimize any risk, right, by, you know, wear your masks, wear your gloves. I'm really bad for not wearing the gloves. For this, you don't need gloves, but you know, when you're playing in any of the cleaning products, any of the thinners, the gun cleaner, wax and grease remover. I mean, anything that touches your skin ends up in your blood, right? So, this is some nasty stuff we're playing with. So don't be scared, just be smart. Actually, this is, wow, that's blocking out pretty good. So I'm kind of putting the pressure here, but I mean, we're talking barely the weight of my hands, right? Like I'm restricting my arm. You see? There's a high spot kind of here, just the way this car was leaded together. So I don't want to go too deep here. So I'm going to try to just come off that to clean this up a bit, because this is really good. Looks a little dark there. I don't know if that's low or what's going on, but and again, I'm not pushing hard on this. Let the paper do the work. Finesse, gentle, you know, all that stuff. Don't sit back in a chair and throw your feet up on the car if your dad's doing body work. Go check out Casey's Customs and you'll understand why I laughed at that. Good guy, good videos. We'll give him a shout out. He's got some really cool projects going on. Anyway, we're gonna call that good. Yeah, I'll prime that and block it and check it later. Cheers.